What's going on, y'all? Brandon from Vegas, and welcome back to Won't You Be My Neighbor, the real estate podcast. As always, I'm here with my special co-host, Bill Gaylord. What's up going on, Bill?
I am having fun today.
What's up going on? That's my new one.
That's your new one?
What's
It
up
doesn't
going
make any
on?
sense, but I like it.
I like it, right?
Yeah.
It's just like there's a show called Community.
going on?
Little esoteric. It's a show called Community, and there's a guy on that show who always says hello and goodbye 3 times. He'll be
Yeah.
like, hello, what's up? How you doing? And everyone has to be like, good, fine, how are you, right? So it's a little play on that. There's like 3 people who watch me and also watch Community. We're
Yeah.
aiming for that small little crowd.
Okay.
Today's episode, we are going to talk about the 2 things holding people back from buying a home, and neither of them are money, right?
Yes,
If I
correct.
told you, if I told the mass population, everyone in America, hey, what are the 2 things stopping you from buying a home? What would everyone say? Money and credit.
They would.
They think money and credit are the things holding them back, right?
It's not.
What I tell people is, if you think money and credit is holding you back, how are you eating out so much? How are you going on trips? You're clearly not afraid to spend money, right? It's just that you value traveling more than you value homes. So you're
Yes.
willing to save up to travel, but you're not willing to save up to buy a home,
Correct.
right? So it's not the money and
It
credit.
is not the money.
The 2 things holding people back from buying a home are fear and cognitive dissonance, or their mindset.
Mindset.
Right? And now it sounds like a TED talk. Now it sounds like we're giving you motivational speeches, but it's amazing how much real estate reflects real life. The same fears and thought processes that hold you guys back from growing at work are the same ones that stop you from getting a home.
Right.
Right? And the first fear, and we're going to hammer this one because it's going around like crazy, is the interest rate.
Yes.
Right? People are afraid of the interest rate. No matter how much we tell them that, hey, I can refinance your interest rate later, in their heads, no, interest rate bad, right? But then what happens, Bill? What happens? In 2021, the interest rate was 3%. Did these people buy? No. Because why?
They were fearful the values were too high.
The power was high.
Yeah.
So
At that time, they were too high.
So you have put yourself in a mental trap. Some people call this the matrix. Cognitive dissonance, mindset. You have put yourself in a mental trap where you can't succeed ever. On this end of the trap, the interest rates are too high. No matter what the prices are or how good the deals are, the interest rate is too high. On this end of the trap, the interest rate is really low, but now the prices are too high. You're hoping for some super special, magical fairyland where the interest rates are low and the prices are low, and it just doesn't exist.
Price and interest rate, it's really hard to match up. It doesn't happen. It's really funny when you say this, because when rates started to rise, right, we were maybe in the low or in the very high 2s. Then they hit 3.
Yep.
And then Robert, our friend Robert, I told him, hey, your rate's going to be 3.5. Oh my God, Bill, that's too high.
3.5.
That's too high.
3.5.
And then all of a sudden it raised to 3.75, 4. Bill, 4%? That is outrageous. 4%.
You would kill. You would sell your legs.
You'd look
for
at
4%.
it. So it is this fear. It is a mindset that that things are just too high. Values are too high. You just have to get over that from the standpoint of what can I afford now, and will it benefit me in the future?
Yep. And we today are going to try to accomplish something amazing. Through this screen, from us to you, we are going to try to help you overcome 2 of the hardest things for people to overcome in their lives. Honestly, if you sat down with any psychotherapist and said, what are most people's problems? Fear and cognitive dissonance, right? Their mindset, their beliefs, right? So we are going to play real estate psychology with you guys today. Matter of fact, Austin, that's what we're going to title today's episode. The real estate psychologist, right? They just put it across the screen, right? Like a TV show, the real estate psychologist.
Right.
What you guys are afraid of is failing. That's it. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of being wrong. Because in real estate, much like in business, the fear of failure also comes along with financial failure.
Correct.
Right? So it's combining not just one fear, but 2 fears. Everyone's secret fear is going to the grocery store and the credit card being declined, and now you're sitting there like panic attack, right? Financial failure is just something we all dread from. We run from it, right? And that's why a lot of people don't get pre-approved, because they don't want you to tell them that they're financially failing.
Correct.
That's why a lot of people don't try to buy a home. And how many times do you get asked this, Bill? How many times do you ask this? I know there's no perfect answer, but what's the rate going to be 2 years from now?
I get it a lot. And I don't know what it's going to be. I can tell you right now, though, my opinion is it's going to be lower.
It's going to be lower. But if me and Bill knew what the rate on your house is going to be a year from now, we wouldn't be doing this podcast. We'd be live streaming from the Bahamas right now.
Yeah. And part of it, too, the fear, I want to get into that a little bit, too, is they are afraid of exposing what they have.
Sure.
They're afraid of, like, my credit's not good enough. I don't make enough income. Mm-hmm. I don't have enough saved. I don't have this. I don't have that. Mm-hmm. And so they don't understand where they are today to get to where they want to be tomorrow.
Sure. But we also live in a very media-centric world. And as everyone knows, the media feeds on fear, right? You tune into the news because they go, at 7 o'clock, this gory crime happened up the street and it could be your neighborhood, right? So they're literally leaning on your guys' fear, right? And so you live in this world where this happened to your parents too. Mm-hmm. The media did the same thing to their fear. So your uncle tells you one thing, your dad tells you the next thing, your sister tells you one thing, your teacher from high school told you one thing. You guys are playing a game of real estate telephone where everyone's got good advice for you, but it's been passed down so many times that by the time it gets to you, you don't know what the hell is going on. You're hearing 10,000 different things and it leaves you in a state of, what do they call it when you go to a fast food menu and there's just too many choices?
Well, it's confusion. You're honestly, you just don't know who to believe.
Yeah.
Is really what, in my opinion, what happens.
It ends up being paralysis by analysis, right? There's so many options that you're like, oh God.
I give up. Right, I'm not going to do anything. They freeze.
This is going to be a little bit out of your range, so apologies, but there's a lot of nerds who watch us. And you know when you're creating a character in a video game and there's so many options that you're like, oh shit, what do I do?
Starfield.
Yeah, there's too many choices, right? There's like that paralysis. That's what a lot of you guys are suffering from when buying a house. And it's something that we're going to help you guys get over, right? Bill.
Can I just say one thing before we go forward? So I was talking to a borrower yesterday, buyer, and she was saying, yeah, my grandfather told me that I should wait for rates to go down because values will go down too. And I was just like, don't listen to grandfather. But that's what happens. You have dad, mom, sister, brother, uncle, cousin providing input, but they're not really in the business. They don't really see what's going on. So it is very difficult to really, who do you believe?
One of my favorite things is when people say, oh, well, you're a realtor. Of course you want to sell us houses. And I'm like, okay, when it comes to money problems, who do you talk to? Don't you talk to a bank or a financial advisor? Yeah, they want your money too, right? So think about this. This is cognitive dissonance. So what you're saying is the only people you trust with the expertise at something are people who aren't experts at something, right? Like that's the logic that they're standing behind. Right. I teach live real estate classes, so I deal with this every day. You just want to sell us houses. Well, I'm an expert in the field, right?
Well, you're so passionate about it that you want them to, excel financially long term. So it makes sense. You don't care. Honestly, I know you. Hmm? You don't care if you sell a house or you don't sell a house.
I don't care.
You just want to help people get to where they want to be.
100%. Leading back to fear, I have found the best way to overcome any irrational fear is by giving them a bigger, scarier, rational fear. I know that sounds crazy, but it's worked so far, right?
This sounds like psychology.
So you guys have a small irrational fear of, oh my God, the interest rates are too high. It's a small irrational fear because the word too high is irrelevant in this situation of real estate, right? Here is the bigger, scarier, rational fear. When the interest rates go down, more people, including the dumb people you think are out there, the people that you know are crazy, right? They get more money too. When the interest rates go down, banks can loan them money cheaper. So all the people who overreact, all the people you guys see doing wild things on social media, when interest rates go down, they get more money too. What happens when you give people more money, Bill? What do you think? What do you think happens?
They spend more.
Oh, when you give people more money, they spend more money?
They do.
So your idea of waiting for interest rates to go down is saying you want to wait till millions of more people have more money to spend it because you think you're going to get a better deal then. How easy was it getting toilet paper in 2020?
That was really hard.
Are you telling me?
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
I went to Costco like 15 times just to try and find a roll of toilet.
What do you think people are going to be more competitive about? Not enough toilet paper or not enough houses?
There's not enough houses. They're going to go mad dash when it's on, when the rates come down, it's on sale, rates are on sale. Let's go buy a house.
Yep.
They're going to be out there buying a house.
Here's a rational fear. When the rates go down, the house that you want is going to be more expensive and you're not going to be pre-approved for it. And the only houses you're going to be pre-approved for are the houses you didn't want before the rates came down.
Yeah.
So you're qualified for $400,000, right? Rates come down, that $400,000 house, $475,000, $500,000 because people are bidding. They have more money. They're spending more money.
Yeah.
The houses that are $400,000 are those $350,000 houses you hated. The ones that weren't in the right neighborhood, didn't have good schools, too small. That's going to be your new price range. So yeah, you'll have a smaller interest rate, but your house is going to be significantly worse. That's a fear. That's a rational fear.
It's a rational fear. But I do believe the second one is the mindset, right?
Oh, we're diving into that.
And I think it's important to dive into it right now because a lot of it is they have to overcome that fear. Yeah. Number one, they have to figure out, is it, rates are going to be where they're at, but they have to change their mindset.
They have to, because ultimately the mindset, the cognitive dissonance is there to protect them from the fear, right? Without the fear, there would be no bad mindset. It's correct. A mindset you create to protect yourself from whatever you're afraid of, right? And so in the terms of cognitive dissonance, in the terms of having a bad mindset, my favorite thing to tell people is what we just discussed. I know you hate this example, but it works so well. When is it easier to find a good partner, on ladies' night or when there's a bunch of dudes there, right? I go over this all the time with people because this is their...
I like that. I like that.
I think example. It's great because especially
I think it's great, yeah.
When you're waiting for interest rates to come down, think about the mindset you're having. Or if you like buying shoes, right? When do good shoes go on sale? When everyone's trying to buy them when they're in season or maybe when they're out of season, right? When's the best time to buy a big jacket? During winter or during summer, right?
During summer.
During summer.
When it's super hot and nobody wants it.
You get the best sales when the masses aren't wanting something. And yet all of you are sitting around with this crazy cognitive dissonance saying, I want to get my house at a better price. Because when you're asking for lower interest rates, what you're saying is, I want to get a better house at a better price. Okay. But when the interest rates go down, you get the same house.
It's on sale.
Yeah.
But on sale, everybody's rushing to buy it.
Yeah. Like everyone's rushing to, the new Jordans just dropped. That's the interest rate coming down. The new Jordans just dropped. A new restaurant by Gordon Ramsay just opened up. How hard is it going to be to get reservations, right? Waiting for interest rates to go down is that. You're waiting for more people to be in the playing field.
Yeah, and I think what you said is very important. I want to back up from the standpoint of when you buy a down jacket, the best time to buy is in the summer when nobody wants it.
When nobody wants it.
Okay? So right now, we are in summertime, and the house is a big jacket. It is a big jacket. And this is the time to buy a house because nobody is buying it because they believe interest rates are too high.
100%. 100%. And one of the things that when people reach out to me that I have them talk to you, and one of the big reasons, if you fill out my real estate form and you guys try to contact me, the first reason I have you talk to Bill is because Bill is there to help you guys overcome your fears. You guys are worried of what you can and can't afford, and you don't even know what you're pre-approved for. You're afraid of something, and you don't even have the answer. Bill exists, honestly, he's a lender, but he's a fear fighter. That's what his job is. You're afraid of the finances. Bill is there to tell you, hey, everything's going to be okay. He's got a nice, soft, calming voice. It's real fatherly. He's always giving you like good fatherly advice and wisdom, right? Yeah. Bill, what's the best way for them to reach you? If someone reaches out, they watch this YouTube, and they're like, I really need help, Bill. What's the best way for them to reach you?
Best way to reach out, BillGaylord.com. You can schedule a free consultation, and we'll go through the numbers and figure out. And interestingly enough, many people can buy a home right now, but they just have to get right in their mind. And it's just, to me, it's a calculated risk. You just have to figure out what's the best way to do. Pay a little bit more now on the mortgage payment or pay a lot more down the road on a house.
You said a really good phrase. You said calculated risk. And one of the ways that I try to help people, remember, we're real estate therapy right now. This is real estate therapy.
Psychology right here.
How do we help people get over their cognitive dissonance, right? People have been trying this for hundreds, if not thousands of years. How do I overcome these conflicting ideas that I have about how the market works, right? And to me, one of the best ways to do it is to put the numbers in their face. One of the most popular segments of my online class is when I do the mortgage calculator. Now, you have a mortgage calculator on your website, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to BillGaylord.com, you guys can do the same thing. You can use his mortgage calculator.
I'm a personal calculator too, so you can talk to me too.
Or call Bill. He's a personal calculator. But what you can do with Bill's mortgage calculator, and I do this on a live channel, okay, is I will put in your dream home at the current interest rate, and I'll give you the mortgage on it, right? And then I'll take your same home, and I'll alter the numbers based on a lower interest rate. So we go down to 5.5, great. I'm adding another 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,000 to your house. And then I show you what the mortgage is. Yeah. And ultimately, your mortgage is higher when that interest rate goes down. And I think the reason most people are stuck in this cognitive dissonance is because they've never seen the numbers.
The numbers. It's the known versus the unknown.
Yes.
And when you live in the unknown, you, like you said, you freeze. You don't do anything. Yep. When you get to the known and you know what the numbers actually are, and you can see them and you can comprehend them, then you go, oh, okay, well, that's not so bad. I do this, I do that, I don't go out as much, I do this, and you make it work.
Sure. I think, I'm always trying to find like fun analogies. Like I call them TikTokables, right? Here's my best analogy.
Is that a new one?
I like that think expression. I just made it.
I think you just made that up.
Right?
A TikTok.
Trademark Brandon Johnson.
There we go.
Right?
Okay.
Here is my go-to analogy for people who don't understand real estate and why it's important to talk to us. And it goes like this. You watch my food page. Why? Because going to a new restaurant can be scary for some people. You don't know what to order, and most importantly, you don't want to waste your money on something that's not good. Because not only did you not like your dinner, but you've wasted your money buying it.
Right.
So you come to my page and you watch. You say, wow, that looks good. Brandon's enjoying his food. Now you have the information to cancel the unknown. You know, if you go to this restaurant and order these things, I'm going to save you money and I'm going to save you time.
And they can yell at you.
And they can yell at me if
you
I'm
don't
wrong.
like it, right?
Guys, real estate's the same way. You call Bill, you call me. We give you the best numbers that you're approved for. I show you the best house that you can afford in that range. We take all the unknown and all of the fear out of this purchase. That's why we're a team. We're your offensive lineman. You are Patrick Mahomes. Now, I would make a good offensive lineman. Bill, not so much. Bill's more of a wide receiver, but you guys...
I could be a DB.
He could be a DB, he gets his stance.
Pick it off.
But you guys get the point. We are your team. We are protecting you. You're the star of the show. You're Patrick Mahomes. You out there side slinging it, looking good.
That guy's unreal.
You're that guy, right? Yeah. You're hanging out with Taylor Swift. We're down here with the band.
Oh, that's Kelsey.
Okay?
I guess he's... Yeah. Well, he threw a touchdown.
Taylor Swift asked to meet Mahomes. Let's keep it real. That was her first... Hey, Kelsey, can I meet Mahomes?
Can I meet Kermit the Frog? Is that who that is?
You better stop. You better leave my boy alone. The point is, we're your team. Yes. We help you overcome these fears. We help you fight the unknown. That's what we're there for, right? That's why if you contact me, the first thing I tell you, contact Bill. Because no matter how much good information me and Bill share, the second you turn off this screen, if you're afraid to call and ask questions, if you're afraid, all the information we shared is going to go right out the window. The fear is going to pop into your head. You're going to forget everything we said. So if you're watching this, I got advice for you. Reach out to us ASAP. You can start with Bill, then call me. You can start with me, then call Bill. But let's help fight these fears together.
Yeah, and no judgment. I've seen thousands and thousands of situations. Our whole goal is to help you get to where you want to be. And it may not be immediate, but you just need to find out how to get there.
I keep it real around here. You guys are embarrassed about your credit. At one point, I was 23 years old with like a 410 credit score.
That's not very good.
Don't be embarrassed. Seriously, don't be embarrassed. I'm not going to judge you because your credit, your financials have not been worse than mine have been. right? Never. I was staying in a weekly downtown, you know, with the bums and crackheads. Like, trust me, I'm not here to judge. And Bill, like he said, he's seen thousands of credit reports. Your credit report is no worse than anybody else's that he's seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to help you.
He wants
Get
to help.
fixed up.
I want to help. Do not let fear and cognitive dissonance stop you. We can help you save money. Bill can help you build credit. What we can't do for you is help you overcome these fears. You have to want it. You have to have that drive. So leave us a comment below. Let us know your guys' biggest fears. I'd love to go through the comments and answer them for you guys, help you guys overcome some of the, you know, the lies that you guys have been told or the misinformation. Bill, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Easy, BillGaylord.com or 858-776-6830. Call me and I'll answer the phone.
100%. You also can follow him on IG at Gaylord. You know what I'm saying? That's what his wife says when she's mad and when she's happy. You already know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Gaylord.
Oh, Gaylord.
My man. And I'm Brandon from Vegas. You guys can find me on Zillow, Realtor, TikTok, YouTube,
He's everywhere.
Instagram. I am on your internet. I'm here to show you what makes Vegas so special. Bill, thank you for your time, sir. I like how we go from high five to the pound. I like it. We're like
high
switching
five
on,
in the beginning,
right?
pound at the end.
Right? It's like a less funny, more informative rush hour
Is
going
that a
on around here.
TikTokable too?
Yeah, a little TikTokable. As always, guys, I'm Brandon from Vegas. Come and be my neighbor.
Bye, everybody.